Hey guys, before I start this video, I do want to say that I'm sorry for not having making a video in a couple of days. It's school and I've been really tired. So I'm going to make a schedule. I'm going to make videos every Tuesday and Friday now. So stay tuned for my videos. And I apologize, I can't make videos every other day now. I will only be able to do that during the summer because I don't have school. So I'm very sorry for that. But anyways, speaking of school, in today's video, I'm going to be ranting about school. There are so many things I do not understand about school. Like, I don't understand why we learn half of the things that we are even taught. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me why we're taught, like, calculus or anything like that. Like, that's only useful for, like, a handful of jobs, right? Out of all the jobs that there are out there, we really, like, learn the dumbest things. I don't understand a lot of the things that we learn. And the teachers even say that they're, there's really no use for a lot of stuff. They just try to teach us, how to pass a test. I don't understand it, though. Like, we're being graded, and our GPAs are being affected, and our chance of getting into college is affected, all because they're like, you need to pass this test. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why are we getting these tests, first of all, if it's stuff that we don't need, and it's just stuff that they want? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm never going to use calculus in my life, or algebra 2, or geometry, like sine, cosine, tangent. That stuff is completely useless. And I don't understand a lot of other stuff we learn. Like, I don't understand why most of it is math, but it's also, like, some things don't, it's other subjects too. Like, I don't understand why people are forced to take subjects that they don't even want to take. They say, this is your time to find out what you want. But what if you know you don't like something, right? Why are you being graded on it? It doesn't make any sense. Like, in college, you can just, take another class. You don't have to stay in the class. So I don't understand, why are we forced to take it and it's affecting our grades. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it really makes me mad because, like, I feel stupid when I don't do good in a certain subject because it's like, it's not my subject, and they try to make you feel like you're dumb because you don't understand it. And, like, I don't like math. I hate math. And they always try to make you feel like you're dumb because you don't understand something. Like, math is not my subject. I like English and science and history. Like, those are the classes I like. They're like, there's no use for math. And then there's also other things that we learn about in the subjects that I do like that I feel like are stupid. And there's other things about school I really don't understand, like how teachers, like, you can ask to go to the bathroom, right? And you're like, Miss, can I use the bathroom? And they're like, you should have used it at lunch. I didn't have to use it at lunch. I don't understand teachers' logics. Teachers' logic. I really don't understand. Like, you're saying, go to the bathroom at lunch. Well, I didn't have to use the bathroom at lunch, obviously. You're my biology teacher. Not saying my biology teacher said that, but you know what I mean. Like, you should be, because my biology teacher did not say that, but I'm saying you should be smart enough to put that together that I did not have to go then. Like, it doesn't make any sense. What if a teacher has to go during class? You should have used it before class. Like, this, I can say the same thing back to them, but it doesn't make any sense. There's no point. Okay, another thing I don't understand about school is all the amount of homework that we get. They say that, like, they're like, you need all this homework because you're not going to retain the information if you don't get the homework. So they give you a whole bunch of homework for every class, and you do it all, but you don't pick up anything. You want to know why? Because they give you, like, 10 hours of homework every single night. And it's always like, the homework is one thing, right? But then when it's time to take a quiz or a test, it's like something completely different. Like, it's like homework, what's 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1 equals 2. Then quiz, what's y equals mx plus 52, something like that. And then time for the test. If Jimmy had 52 apples and aliens came and abducted him, how many apples did Jill have? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. Like, the questions that they ask on tests are completely different from what we do on quizzes and what we do in homework. It's like, if you're gonna give us homework of what's on the test. And even then, you give us way too much homework for us to even pick up anything. It's like they try to cram everything all because of testing. Like, that's the one problem about school, is testing. We don't need it. It's just creating more stress, and it's like something that we don't even need. It's honestly just, and that's one other thing too, actually, testing. Because they think that they can like determine how smart you are just because you like pass a test or something. Like, no, I don't agree with that, because some people, for one, like, they're really bad test takers. Like, for me, I mean, I guess I'm kind of a bad like test taker, or like assessment test. Like, I'm bad because I get nervous and then I'm just like, I forget everything. But like, I can know the subject really well, but then when it's time for the assessment test, it's just like I forget everything and I get nervous. And then it's also the stuff that's on it that doesn't make any sense. I like hate school. I feel like there's a lot of things that need to be changed about it, because it's like we're just going to school just to like memorize everything, not actually know about it. And they even say that we like go to, most people go to school and all they do is memorize it and they don't actually learn it. And they think that they're trying to do something by like giving us homework and stuff, and that's not helping me at all. So I'm still just memorizing everything. And it's like they're aware of the problem, but they're not doing anything that's actually like gonna help us. They're just making it even worse by throwing us all this homework, and then teachers putting you down and for like, oh, well, you didn't get the homework, well then you're not trying hard enough, or you're not smart enough. Like, I'm not gonna get into like specific stories, but like, teachers are they're like, oh, well, you know, you never do your work. I'm like, I definitely do my work. Just because I didn't understand how to do it doesn't mean I'm not trying, because I am trying. And it's like AP classes, they're so hard, and they need to realize that we're not even in college yet and we're taking these AP classes and we're trying our hardest, but it's like they're not even giving us credit for that. They're just like, oh, well, you're in this AP class, that must mean you're like Albert Einstein and you're not meeting up to our expectations. It's like, we're still high school students. We still have other classes, and it's like you're learning a lot more in like a certain amount of time. It's like there's no really no assessment test too. It's like junior year, right? You have your SAT. You have to worry about that too. When you're in college, you don't have to worry about taking the SAT. It's like all this stuff is piled up on top of you, and then you're expected to do everything and be perfect, and then they think you're stupid when you don't do all your work. I really don't understand a lot of things about school. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think a lot of things need to be changed, because it's like, you want us to be smart. Yeah, I don't mind learning. I like learning. It's just the way that they do it. It's boring. It's not interactive. It's like I'm really not picking up anything. I mean, I am picking up things that I like. For example, history, I can pick things up. Biology, I can pick things up. And English, because, you know, I love English. But the thing is, it's just like the way they don't help. They only want you to do it a certain way. And it's also like for math, you know, there's different ways to solve problems. But then they're like, oh, well, everybody has their own way. Okay, yeah, we have our own way, but then why are you gonna grade us on solving the problem another way? It doesn't make any sense. It's like factoring in a quadratic equation or something. Oh, well, you can have this way, you can do it. Oh, well, there's also this way. But, you know, if you can't do it right, then, you know, you're gonna get a 0, and you're gonna get an F, and you're gonna fail. Like, it doesn't make any sense if you're gonna tell us that we have all these different ways that we can solve a problem, and we can do one, but we can't do the others. You're just gonna fail us. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. You're literally admitting that we're not gonna be able to do all of them, and people have their own ways of solving things, but you're still grading us the same way. It's like, it doesn't make any sense at all to me. I also really don't like how it's like we had to give up our whole life just for school. It's like you can't even be yourself. You only get like 20 minutes to yourself every single day, because all they want is to give you homework and more homework. And it's like teachers are like, oh, give them a whole bunch of homework during breaks. It's like, what's the point of having a break if you're going to give us like tons of homework every single night? It doesn't make any sense at all. It's like there's really shouldn't be a break if you're going to give us all that work. There's no purpose. They're like, oh, I don't want you to get lazy. Well, I mean, I thought the point of a break was to relax and not have to do work. But, oh, because you're like, oh, I don't want you to be lazy, you're just going to give us all this work and we can't even enjoy our break and, you know, live and spend time with people that we care about. It doesn't make any sense at all. And another problem is like the discipline in schools. I don't know if all schools do this, but my school, it's like the discipline makes no sense at all. Like, you can get in trouble for the dumbest things. Like, I got suspended for laughing in class, and it's just like, that's an emotion. Like, if I laugh, there really shouldn't be a problem with it. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, you can't be laughing when you're in a meeting. You see, I'm not gonna have a job where I can't laugh or can't be myself, because, you know, that's depressing. And honestly, that I don't want to have to, like, call it my job. I want it to be like, you know, I'm just living. I don't want it to feel like it's like I have to work. I don't want it to feel like work. I want it to feel like I just live every day and I'm doing something that I get paid for. And just like, don't sit there and say, oh, well, you can't be like this, because then you're just telling people don't be themselves. And it's certain things about school, it's like you're telling people not to be themselves. You want everybody to be the same, but you tell us, oh, you want us to go better in society and innovate. How can you have innovation without individuality when you're taking away our individuality? It doesn't make any sense. Wow, I say that a lot, but anyway, it doesn't add up. Like, they're saying this, they're saying that, and they're saying another thing, but when they don't do the right things to put it all together. Don't sit there and tell us be ourselves and don't be afraid, but then when we are ourselves, we get in trouble, or tell us that, oh, the real world is like this. Like, oh, you can't laugh when you're working. Oh, okay, I can't laugh when I'm working, so I can't do anything, right? Because, you know, laughing is a human emotion, action. Like, I'm really getting in trouble for that. It's like they take away all your rights, and apparently they can take away your rights in school. Which doesn't make any sense, because, you know, school's in America, and, you know, have my basic human rights, and the 10 Amendments, and all the other amendments, but you're sitting there and saying, oh, you don't have your rights in school? So does that mean that, like, you can have slavery in school, and that's okay because it's school and you don't have your rights? It doesn't... They don't make any sense when they're saying, oh, you don't have your rights in school, because you should. If you're in America, you should automatically be granted yours. Even other places in the world, not just America, but you're supposed to be granted the amendments, and it's like they take it away from you, and it's like, it's not adding up. We're in America, our basic human rights are given to us, and you're taking it away. How's that teaching us about the real world? The real world, we do have our rights, and sometimes this, you know, there are going to be problems, but that doesn't mean that you have to take it away from us. Because if you want us to become mature adults, then you need to teach us, like, problems in the real world and how to deal with them. And yeah, school is getting better than how it used to be, and it's getting a lot harder as, you know, we advance as in society, because we're learning more and we have to learn more. But that doesn't mean that you have to, like, you have to have such high standards, because honestly, you want students to enjoy school. You don't want us to. It's sad that, like, students feel like they wish for natural disasters for their school. Like, it really shouldn't be like that. Schools should be a place where people feel safe and happy and enjoy learning, but it really can't be like that. It's like we're wasting 7-8 hours of our lives 5 times a week. And it should not be like that. They need to seriously listen to students, because it's like they're only doing what they want and not what the students want. And it should be what the students want, because we're the one going there and making the school look good. Anyways, if you guys have any, like, things about school that you think, put them in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up and share and subscribe.